What is up, guys? Welcome to a clash of Toon Titans with hero Cantare, an anime RPG that's fast becoming a new fan favorite. There's a very strong reason for that, which is the fact that it's based on 3 webtoons of growing popularity: Tower of God, Hardcore Leveling Warrior, and God of High School. I've heard about these webtoons before, but I must admit that I'm not a follower, although hero Cantare might just change my mind. The developers asked us if we could give it a try, and we're glad we did, because it feels like a comic fan's dream. Hero Cantare also has a pretty good rating on the Play Store and App Store, so what are we waiting for? Go ahead and get it using the link in the video description and watch our impressions as the game downloads. I may be wrong, and any true fans out there, feel free to correct me in the comments, but I think there's this couldn't-care-less immature approach to these digital comics, and that's probably part of what makes them so refreshing. I mean, having a character called Poo Apu is a bit telling, right? There's also one that made me raise my eyebrows called Kun Aguero. That reminded me of Manchester City's Argentinian striker, but that's likely a remarkable coincidence. I mean, none of his skills involve kicking a ball into the back of a net, so there's no shortage of cute waifus, and we all know just how important a selling point that is in a hero collector game. Don't worry, Hero Cantare has got you covered in this regard, as you can see. Oh, and that soundtrack is just fantastic. It caught my attention the moment that it started blasting through my speakers. Turn the volume up, guys. The whole game is designed as a tribute to comics, with cutscenes that feel like those from a comic book, and an overall presentation that does its best to honor the source material. The 2D animated artwork is fantastic, and the heroes are truly well made, obviously with a share of the credit going to the authors of the webtoon. When you enter the battle, the characters are represented in a cleaner style, almost like a chibi version of their 2D artwork counterparts. Nonetheless, it's very cute. The heroes are colorful and with subtle details. No Name, the oddly named girl from Hardcore Leveling Warrior, has this glitch effect that'll make you stare at her until you realize it's just an in-game effect. No, your screen's not damaged, you're in the clear. Hero Cantare is fairly generous in its gacha approach, leaving much room for a reroll. You won't have to endure a long-winded tutorial before you get your first free pull, as you're done in less than 10 minutes. Besides, you get your selective pull just a couple of battles later. This is when you can summon your first 10 heroes, with one of them being SS tier and up to 3 being S tier. But you're free to repeat the process until you're pleased with the outcome. We have a Hero Cantare tier list on our website, so go give it a look to get a good idea about which heroes you should be aiming for. But who am I currently using as my go-to team, you ask? Black March Bam is my tank of choice, with Mash Jenny, No Name, and Godkiller Zero serving as support and eye candy. The Hero Cantare battle system is extremely simple and catchy. You have to set up your team in 4 units with 2 heroes in the front row and 2 in the back row, but when you step into the battlefield, things are a little bit different from other hero collector RPGs. The core of the game involves forming chains up to 3 units to use a hero skill, but the longer the chain, the more mana it costs. Don't think it's just a matter of stacking units. Sometimes you have to refrain from it and settle for a 2-chain, because that skill may be more useful than full-on 3-chain for a specific enemy. In between battles, you must level up and upgrade your heroes, but also equip them with adequate equipment sets. Depending on each hero's strengths and talent, you can make them wear distinct equipment sets, choosing from damage, destruction, vitality, protection, and a few more. Clearly, you want your tank units to go for one of the first 2, although experimenting usually yields the best results, so don't hold back on it until you find your best loadouts. One great way of leveling up your heroes is by sending them on city search and side missions. City search is highly recommended since it works even when you log off, and the next day that you return to the game, you're going to have a ton of rewards and experience points to collect. PvP comes in 2 different modes, 1v1 and 3v3 Team Arena. The former is straightforward as you set up defensive and attacking formations and watch the heroes have at it. As for the latter, it's a more intricate mode because you have to establish 3 teams from your hero roster, and each one will face another player's team in turns. The winner is the player that wins the most matches, so it's not a good tactic to pick your best heroes for the first team and ignore the other two. This is also where you get to see many heroes that you didn't yet collect, and appreciate the frenzied visual effects that fill the screen as each one unleashes its best skill. I'd say that there is this naive and indie feel to Hero Cantare, like an extension of the webtoons. It's very enjoyable, and both the graphics and soundtrack give it a distinctive and dynamic style. If you're a fan of the genre, go for the link in the video description and download the game. I'll leave you guys with a few summons and a free coupon code. Have fun!